Happy Thursday, everyone. This is Laurie-Ann, and you are listening to Be in Demand. This is the podcast where I help entrepreneurs just like you leverage speaking opportunities as your best form of marketing to get positioned as the expert and why not monetize your message. Today is a special speaker breakthrough session, and my friend Stefano is here all the way from, you're in Italy, right?
Yeah, hi everyone. Yes, I'm in Italy, but not at the moment. I'm in Portugal because we started my previous business over here. And right now I'm just starting a new venture. So we are going to talk about something which I consider at least really exciting.
Fantastic. Share with our audience what you do, especially when it comes to the speaking portion.
Well, what is in really my goal or my personal mission is try to empower people by all my previous experience which I had in my life and the knowledge I've been acquired over time. So what I do right now is call it Olo's Way. Olo's Way is focused on bringing a specific part of health to people. We are collaborating with other health professionals. In this case, my partner, which is she's a doctor, I am a health promoter and a sport trainer. We are collaborating with psychologists.
There's a lot of opportunity for health speakers also. So,
Really.
what would you like to get out of this session?
I would like first of all, understanding how to strategize or better improve my the marketing around that in order to make the most out of it without being too burn out, right? Without stress yourself too much because marketing is a really as how can I say tough is really a tough part of
Mhm.
of the business. So I would like to really understand that in order to speed up the growth and
Okay.
bring the message out there.
Okay. So, first off, you're obviously bilingual.
Yeah,
You speak
yeah,
how many?
4 languages.
You speak four languages. Okay. So first off, you can
Oh,
speak at multiple conferences. If I was speaking Italy or in Portugal, they would have to also hire a translator
right,
that would be translating what I say in English onto the stage. So I want you to also capitalize on the fact that four languages.
right,
That's
right. Okay.
that's incredible. So that's one. Do you have a speaker page?
Well, our website is really focused on the medical side of it, right? We are focusing on integrative medicine, so we is really focused on health. I thought about maybe having a specific section where I can present myself as a speaker, right? But I wasn't too sure on how to make it fit with the rest of the website, right? For not letting it seems like there are two different things, which are they are not because we are also organizing an event. I am speaking in that event and I bring in also different speakers in it, right? But I was just finding the way. Maybe if you have a suggestion for make it flowing better, that would be obviously
So
appreciated.
one of my former clients is in the tutoring business. And
Right.
so big company, tutoring business, and they put on a speaker page because they constantly get asked, hey, could you come and speak? So why not just have a speaker page? It may not seem like it fits with your business, but if people are coming to your website, especially since you're going to be hosting your own event, which is brilliant, by the way, to get lots of speaker assets, it's just a great place for people that are landing on your website. It's like,
Yep.
oh, Stefano's a speaker. Let me click on that web page. And now we're reading about that. And the person who is just visiting your website, seeing you as a speaker positions you as an expert. So now they're seeing you and your partner more authority on
Right.
your topic. Okay. But also, you never know who's coming to your website or who they know, because I might come to your website, see that you're a speaker, but also I might have a really good friend who's actually on a committee for putting a conference together. It's like,
Right.
oh, we
Okay.
need a
Yeah.
speaker on this
Yeah.
topic. Oh, I just found this guy. And so now I'm sharing your information with people all because you had a speaker page.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. I will not sleep on it.
So just like I'll share with you some of the things that you might want to consider having on a speaker page. But so you don't have a speaker page yet, but that'll be something like, ooh, like let's work on
Yeah,
that. Do you have any other social media, LinkedIn?
yeah, LinkedIn. We operate on LinkedIn, on Instagram. We are growing all of that, right? And YouTube. We started also a YouTube channel. But on the YouTube channel, at the moment, you are more focused on the sports side of it. I am a martial art instructor, so we are giving a lot of tips and health tips in general in on that subject. But we are still trying to deciding if we should open a second YouTube channel where we are going to put all the podcasts we did previously, or just giving some health tips specific related to transformation and so on. But let's say we are quite indecisive because we don't know if this could go um, to fight each other, or maybe they could go to nullify each other, or people will maybe not going to understand what this is about, right? Because on one side we're talking about fighting and sport, and another side we're going to talking about okay, nutrition, health, and how to staying healthy and overall general preservation, right?
Mhm.
Prevention and so on. So yeah,
All right, I got a
we're trying
couple
to
of
see how to.
ideas.
Okay,
So in your LinkedIn profile, make sure it says that you're a speaker in your profile.
okay,
Same thing with Instagram.
okay.
Now, as soon as you said you have a YouTube channel, I was very excited. And I know I can hear you saying, like, we don't know how many different channels we should have, but I think there would be a beautiful way to bring them all together. Because
Okay.
then you could just have playlists. Like, this is for the martial arts. Here's the sports medicine. And here's Stefano speaking.
Okay, but do you think that maybe it could be confusing because I'm just thinking about the target and the audience, right? So the martial art audience are quite different than maybe the holistic practitioner audience. And our event, our project anyway, our business is focused on the on the integrative medicine. So taking care of the people holistically, right? In a
Mhm.
360 degrees. So there is a multidisciplinary project, right?
But
Don't
I
know
also
if
want to make it easy for you because you did mention that you didn't want to burn out from your marketing either.
absolutely. Ah,
So
okay, okay,
maybe
okay,
if you
got it.
had
Oh,
some
okay,
sort of an intro video, here's the
oh,
different
okay,
information that you're going to find here. I'm a speaker.
right.
We have stuff on for holistic medicine practitioners. I'm also a big advocate for the martial arts. And if you're not in really good health, it makes it very difficult and challenging to do martial arts. It's both mental and it's physical. So there
Absolutely,
might be a beautiful way for you to tie it all together so
right.
that if I come to your YouTube channel, I'm not lost. And oh, by the way, we have a podcast. And just
Mm,
organizing everything
right,
by
right.
playlists.
Okay, okay, okay. That makes sense.
Then we've got multiple different types of ideal clients that are coming to your YouTube channel. And now they become referral agents for like, oh, you need to know some information on martial arts? Check this guy's podcast out. Check this guy's YouTube channel out. So now people are talking about you, but as long as there's like a common theme between it. And I think that
Yes,
you can
okay.
do that.
Yeah, which is can link to they fit each other, they fit together. The brand is clear. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. All like puzzle pieces. They
yeah,
all fit together nicely.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So so let's talk about your speaker page.
Yes.
So on your speaker page, we want to make sure, and I did a whole podcast episode on specifically your speaker page over. You want information that is easy for people to hire you. You want like a long and a short bio. You want pictures of you speaking.
Right.
And if you're new to speaking, one of the things that I tell people is ask for a handheld microphone, not the
Yeah.
little lavalier, because I
Yeah.
want the pictures to look like you are definitely the speaker and not somebody who stood up in the audience to ask a question.
Right, right. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So different pictures of you speaking, your headshots in color and black and white. And the most important thing is I want you to have three different speech titles.
Oh, okay.
Just three, not a
Um,
laundry list. We want three. There's a reason why we want three. And I share that over in my podcast. I think it's episode 15, which is the power of
mhm.
three. The human mind loves choice, but we don't need too much choice because then we don't make a decision. Three is the magic number. If there's only one, yeah, I don't really like that one. I'm not going to buy it. If there's two, I don't like this one. I feel like I'm settling if I take this. But if there's three, now it's like, oh, I don't really like that. That one's okay. Ooh, like the human brain, it just feels like it has a choice with three. So, three different sexy, provocative titles that make people say, oh my God, I want to know what that's all about. A little bit of a description. And
Okay.
then one of the beautiful things that you can do with your podcast is to send people from your webpage to your podcast and do some episodes, three different episodes where you talk about each of those speeches.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
Okay.
now your podcast is pitching you to speak, your website is pushing you to speak, and it just says Stefano is a speaker.
That's really interesting. Yeah, I finished to write it down because that's a good tip.
And I was just sharing with another client about how to use your podcast also as like, hey, if you're thinking of hiring me as a speaker, this is what it's like to hire me as a speaker. Doing an
Right.
episode on that too,
Okay, right. Yep.
so that
Okay.
people know when you're interested in hiring me or booking me for your conference, we're going to have a pre-meeting. And it's almost like you're telling your audience, like, and the reason why I do these pre-meetings is because there's a list of questions that I have to go through. I want to find out about the conference, the meeting before I say yes,
Right.
because I know what kind of audiences I should be in front of. And then you just kind of like go through the process about like what you're sharing, what it's like to work with you.
Right. Okay. And one question, how do you find pitching gigs?
How do I find them? There is so much opportunity. There's 20,000 meetings and conferences that are happening globally today and tomorrow and the next day. There's
Mm.
so much opportunity that it's all around you and you probably don't even realize it. So,
But how do you, because for what I know, usually what we do, right, is meetups, right? We focus on meetups and we focus on Eventbrite, for example, and we are looking for all of that. But sometimes, most of the time, once you find that type of event, they are already organized, right? So
mhm.
how can you um, get in while while everything is
Great,
already settled?
great
And
question. Great question. So you want to reach out to those meeting planners or whoever is organizing the event and just ask them, do you have all of your speakers for this event that I see that you're advertising? Let's just say they say yes. You know, it's 2 months away. Yes, we already have all of our speakers. Your next questions should be, is this a yearly event or do you have this twice a year? You're gathering information, and let's just say they say, no, this is a yearly event. Fantastic. When do you start booking for next year?
right,
And
okay,
they'll
yeah,
tell you. And from there, you reach out to them when they're starting their planning process.
right, okay. So just collecting data in on about all the events which I have around here,
Hmm.
and keep going with the CRM on place in a few words. Okay, right,
Yes, yes. It takes time, but once you start getting on stages and people see your brilliance, it's real easy for the audience to remember you, to rave about you, and then refer you. And the same thing with the
right,
meeting planners. People will start talking about you, they'll start following you on social media, getting on your email list, and you're just asking for referrals after you speak. And these people are introducing you to other people. So
nice. Okay.
speaking literally can snowball very quickly.
How do you ask about referral? How do you ask referral? What is an effective way to ask without asking?
Oh, just come right out and ask them. I had so much fun speaking at your meeting. Could you introduce me to two or three other people who would
Oh,
benefit from my message?
okay. Really
Super
straightforward
easy.
and
Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And Stefano, I will tell you that I once did I was speaking at an event and it was a monthly meeting and I actually just came out to the audience. I
Mm.
wasn't being paid for this, but I came right out to the audience and I just said, I love speaking for groups like this. If you know of another group that would benefit from what I just shared with you, I would love for us to connect after I finish speaking.
Right. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's the most
I
important way,
had
yeah.
several people come up to me, hand me their business cards, and give me three referrals.
Oh, nice. Okay. So just ask. That's
Yeah.
the only secret, just asking.
Yeah, it's no
Right.
big secret. And
Nice.
then the more that you get known as a speaker, people are starting to talk about you and they're going to be referring you without you even knowing.
What is, because I'm obviously new into speaking industry, right? I've been okay,
Hmm.
I've been working, well, I was an entertainer. That's a different thing. I've been working as an MC, but it's a different type of speaking, right? What is the earning potential?
That's always the question that I get. The earning
Yeah,
potential is the sky's the limit,
right.
depending on how you handle it.
What is the
But
average?
there's so many variables that go into that.
Right,
So, for example, you can get paid on the front end, which is paid to speak, but you could
right.
also be getting paid on the back end, which is in the form of clients with your partner, who's the physician. But are there programs that people come into your world and buy products or become patients? And maybe you sell books in the back of the room, you sell programs in the back of the room. So there's a lot of different
Yeah, okay.
variables that go into that. I always encourage people to always ask when you do your pre-meeting, you need to ask what their budget is for speakers.
Right.
Okay, ask what their budget is because most big conferences and events, they have a set budget for that. Now, there are
Mm,
other different categories of budgets that you can actually negotiate with, but that's for a different conversation. I can speak here for the US. The
mm.
low end of the speaking market is 4,500. So
4,500.
yeah, 4,500.
Oh,
So there's a lot of opportunity at 4,500.
yeah.
And then you just keep going up from there. I was speaking with another former client and he was around the 7,500. He went from 45 to 7,500. Everyone's saying yes, yes, and yes. He's getting booked at 7,500. It's time to bump up to 10. So that was
Right.
really
Yeah.
scary for him. And, our money beliefs come into this. So what I suggested to him was, okay, the next person who calls you, say 8. And the next
Mm,
person
yeah.
after that, when they say yes, then you say 8,500 and then 9. Okay. You just kind of like go up from there. I said, you will know when you've reached the limit of your personal brand. People will start saying no.
Right. Okay.
And
Yeah.
then I said, then you will know what the market will pay for you.
Right.
So
Yeah,
does that
makes
help
sense.
you?
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Stefano, what are one or two goals nuggets that you are walking away with today?
Well, in order to not burning out, unify, unify all my endeavor in one. So bring everything to one place and don't be afraid to ask. Just ask people, talk to people, network with a light heart.
Yeah.
And this is something which I think is going to help a lot in my journey, because at the end of the day, uh, the burnout was really behind the corner,
Hmm.
uh, and this is going to, not caring about being too perfectionist is actually going to improve the outcome. That's the way it is. So I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the tips. I really
Great.
enjoyed it, especially because I write it down here, especially this one of you say on the LinkedIn, and to be able to connect all of that, right? LinkedIn with the YouTube and with the Instagram, so they are going to drive from everywhere, all over the place, being all over the
That's
place.
right.
Yeah, and also on changing the website, right? So if you're a promoter, you are a promoter. You are automatically a speaker. Makes sense.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, this has been a lot of fun for me too. Would you share
Yes.
with the audience where they can find you?
Yes, absolutely. I will say if you want to find us, Instagram, our website, obviously, alwaysway.com.
Wonderful. So find him over on LinkedIn, Stefano
Yeah,
Nti. It's NTI.
exactly. NTI, Napoli, Torino, Imola. I say it in Italian because it's easier, right?
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And if that's something that you are interested in booking your own speaker breakthrough session, then I want to encourage you to come on over to speakandstandout.com/SBS and book your free 20-minute session where we will talk about you and your business and how much money and opportunity you're leaving on the table, especially when it comes to your visibility, being positioned as the expert, and how to leverage those speaking opportunities into more. Again, that is speakandstandout.com/SBS. And that link will be down below. So till next time, be in demand.